across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. With Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Luke to get us started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll take it for 4 yards on that game's first play. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The throw out wide. It's caught.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball to manage those bad situations?
Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He'll let this one go deep down the right side. Too long. Out of bounds, incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Pick up 14 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight, and it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To the air. One more time. They're going to set up that wide receiver screen, get it out to the edge, but they do not connect, and that one is incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Davis for the touchdown to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Jackson now to throw on first down. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked up by their rookie first-round pick.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick in this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
They're struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage. He gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now they'll set it to play. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball. They get their man. And it's no gain. 3rd and 10. To throw. Miles incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Design run here with Jackson. They'll somehow turn this into an opportunity. Getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going short game.
Second down, Jackson. Going right sideline and complete. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Ravens are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pick up Bain out to the 33-yard line. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Mitchell. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And the Jets goes down as he is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession. These third downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance right there to pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Looks like he's over the seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a catch to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Obviously, mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. They run straight ahead with the tackle. And they work forward for Hartford. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2. They've got it second down and 7. Third and 6. He'll look to throw. In front. It is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, he'll take those 3 points.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. For Jackson. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. The extra point is good. And the Ravens move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. The kickoff team is out on the field. to it as the kick's away. This taken around the 11. They're going to be back up to start. What a big hit on the return. Stopped him right in his tracks. Here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the 2nd straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He'll get this wide to Mitchell. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. He's going to let this one go deep. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man. And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner. They're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
It's complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So, throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Moving outside the pocket. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man outside. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play for the Jets. And even 30 yards. On the draw, here comes McCaffrey. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7. Second down, they need 3. Off the play pick. He'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback. And nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jets get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Going for it all. He's got another one. Touchdown, Ravens. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will up the lead to 5. Coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. So, we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. On play action, here's Jackson. To the right side, he's got Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a first action now on second down. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 13. First down, Baltimore. Play action now. Jackson.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
Out to his right. He's going to keep it himself.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
It is 3rd and 10. Now, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
On 4th down, it's Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick smash into the hands of Wilson. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball.
And he's going to get this one to the 43-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. And the Jets have a first down. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They'll throw it out of the gun. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And now move the sticks. That's a first down. Down to the 45-yard line.
And these are the tough yards you judge a back by. Like we used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that first down on yard 2.
He'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. Here's 1st and 10. The middle, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be stepped up at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack to keep this to a no gain.
And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground. You break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pick.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
The original line. No gain on that.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Jackson going to keep this one himself. Big hole left side. Still on the move. Inside the 10. He is gone. 95 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. The extra point is good. And the Ravens will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going. Incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
He's going to look downfield once again. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Now, this, it's a fake, and he's not going to get there. Big roll of the dice, trying the fake, but he's stopped short of the 1st down, and it's a turnover on down. Off the play fake, Jackson. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has come to an end. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back. He'll be out down at the 20. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Raven first down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson.
Right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson up top again. Forced to his right. He will win the race to pylon. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. No problem there around the extra point. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. We're back to it as the kicks away. A short one taken at the 10. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it.
Trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Coming across the field, he's got it. A great connection there. They're going to bring him down inside the 35-yard line. Big gain for the Jets there. An even 40 yards. 1st and 10. He'll drop the throw. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. To the air one more time. As he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Jets cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
No choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter. Nothing to lose. Get a shot. Nice shot here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff here. Up the middle. And he Jackson. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hand six on the defense.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play there. Oh, he's got the ball right through the middle. It's an interception.
Nice start. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they can make plays.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Now, faking the give, forced out wide. Now he'll work, and he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds. And just like that, you go from second and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in third and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal. He's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
The ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. Jackson will keep it himself. Stop at the 6, and that sets up third and goal.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Third and goal for Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long. Right down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, you've got to come away with a touchdown. After that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. To begin the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That is high. What a throw. Arian Smith. Touchdown, New York. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. A 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
First and 10, Jackson. And he's open middle of the field. It is caught. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Ravens. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. And another score puts them in great shape here in the fourth quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight.
He was free. Right side. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 92 yards. Touchdown, Jets. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming. Conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. They ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points. Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all over.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Second down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Baltimore. They'll stay on the ground. And they'll push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Here comes 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. Again. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start.